you have an obligation to keep that address current. And so if that address current is your problem if you don't get the mail. And if you don't get the mail, no show up in court, no more issues, and it's on you because you didn't keep everybody updated as to where you were. So, that provides the mechanism so I can arrest Sean, at the end of the point because he doesn't update his driver's license or anybody else. And then that's also, helps in the process of collecting because then we know where to get hold of you or where to start. And if you have to turn the thing over to a collection agency to hassle you, gives them some good information to work with too. Do you have a question or something? Or are you just stretching?
I do.
He's afraid to ask. He's afraid to ask.
Oh, here we go.
There's an individual I know that hasn't had a license for a certain amount of years.
Certain amount of years.
Been driving, going to work, got caught. What typically will a judge do if he knows you've been driving for a certain amount of years without a license?
Well, no operator's license, that's a felony. If you haven't renewed your license within 30 days.
Well, no, it's been suspended for a certain amount of years. I'm not sure how long.
Felony, absolutely.
And he's been driving.
So he's driving under a suspension.
Yes.
Well, I assume that he hasn't renewed his license during the suspension period. So
no.
It's probably both no OL and driving under suspension. And I understand some of those things are felonies before. Lots of other places are misdemeanors.
Like 1 year in prison.
Yeah. Well, in Ohio it would be a first-degree misdemeanor, but it has enhancement to it. So, with those two offenses, you're looking at a maximum possible 1 year jail sentence. And depending on why it was suspended has some impact too. If
fines he didn't pay?
Yeah, okay. If it's fines, failure to provide insurance, some of the economic reasons. Generally, the goal is to get the economics straightened out. Get the fines and costs paid, and give an incentive of being able to drive as a reason to do that. That works a lot of times on the first offense. Historically, people ignored driving under suspension or no OL charges generally in the courts, meaning, well, okay, $250 fine court cost, and get your license straightened out. And people would leave and drive, and we would get caught against it. Oh, there you are. All right, $300 fine court cost, yada yada yada, and then go on and on and on until we finally discovered, particularly with DUIs, and if there are traffic offenses that are behind the license suspension, and those are risky events, then very quickly, then jail time becomes the alternative for driving under suspension. If you drive under a suspension for a DUI license suspension, at least in Ohio, you're going to do probably 30 to 90 days. You won't even go home that day because of the aftermath of, if I sentence you on DUI if you have a suspended license and have you out driving again, and God forbid you be driving the second time and drunk the second time, you're doing 6 months, whatever I've got. Give me the heaviest book on the shelf, I'm throwing it. But there's a weighted difference between at least not paying fines and things and getting your license suspended for that. That's the license suspension there is simply an incentive to get you to pay most of the time, and they'll trade off the suspension for the payment. That happens a lot. Did you start saying something?
Just gonna say, I mean, when I went in to, I mean, they don't stop you from leaving the place to pay when you go in to pay if your license is suspended. I mean, they have officers there, but they don't do anything. I guess they assume you're not going to drive out of their parking lot.
Did you?
Yes, I did. But I'm legal now. I got my license. I finally got it in the mail.
So you're cool with them to rat you out.
No, well, they give you a piece of paper once you pay. They won't give you your license unless you have your birth certificate, Social Security, and two bills.
Yeah, the lady, I went to the DMV
Yeah.
Tuesday, and the lady told me, because I had tickets, I didn't pay them. I finally got my money from the school, so I went and paid
Hold on
my.
a second here. We've got this sidebar
Oh,
here.
sorry.
I'm having a
Shut.
hard time hearing.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
I went and I paid my tickets, and the lady's like, and I was like, okay, so I'm okay to drive now. I paid the reinstatement fee, but I didn't have the actual license yet. And she's like, oh yeah, honey. She's like, you're fine if you just get pulled over. Show the officer the paperwork,
Did they give you
and
paper?
then, well, yeah, she's like, show them the receipt that you paid, reinstatement fee. It'll say DL clear, and she's like, and then you'll just probably have to come in and pay $10 because you didn't have the actual card. And I was like, okay, that's okay, all right, that's fine. And then I was like, and then she looks, and she goes, ooh, and I go, what? And she goes, your license expired in '09. She was like, it's worse to drive on an expired license than it is a suspended license. And I was like, but my license isn't suspended anymore. So now I have to go and get a new license. So I still can't drive.
But they did tell me if you don't have your birth certificate, because when I went in to pay my ticket that I got and reinstate my license, they did say, the lady's like, well, you need all the following information now to get your license.
Birth certificate,
To
social
renew-
security card, and
yeah.
2 forms of
To
proof
renew,
of address.
If your license is lost, if you lose your license,
Mm-hmm.
anything like that. But she did say you can go online to do many, many things at the DMV. And if you do it that way, you don't have to have all that information.
Well, I need that.
Oh, well,
Okay.
do they just take the picture from your other
more
license?
Confessions? Oh, Renee wants to confess. Okay, get it off your chest.
It's not my confession, but my uncle that had the 4 DUIs, he finally went to court, and the state didn't put on their case. Nada, nothing. They found him innocent. Yes, they did.
Wow.
Found him innocent, and he was driving on a suspended license, suspended for the DUIs.
Why didn't the
He
state
still
prosecute
has.
the case?
They did, but they didn't put on their case.
What do you mean they didn't put on there?
My mom said my mother was in court that day, and she's like, the prosecution basically was asleep. They did not put on their case.
Wow.
And he got off, but he still has to go back for driving with a suspended license because he had the work one.
The work release, the work plate.
Yeah, that you can work, that you
Work
can
driving.
drive.
Work
Yeah,
driving, yeah.
but he wasn't driving back and forth to work at the time the cops stopped him with the fourth DUI.
Jesus.
So he might end up doing 60 days for that. But that's it.
Wow.
4 DUIs.
4 DUIs and get 2 months in jail, huh?
No,
And he was
no.
constantly driving under the influence while he's been waiting. I went to the prosecutor's office. I said, look, the guy is driving.
Yeah.
Unless we catch him, we don't care.
What?
So he has to friggin' kill somebody.
Oh my God.
But the real curious part is, what did the prosecution
Go after this guy.
prosecute?
Yeah.
I mean, it should be on record that his license was suspended.
It was not a complicated case.
Well, it also had something to do too with the last police officers that arrested him. Apparently, didn't treat him too nice. Aww. He told him he had to pee, and they let him pee on himself.
Let someone
But
piss on himself.
yeah,
Let him pee on himself
and other
too.
things, and he claimed that he's like got disabilities, and the VA gave him all this paperwork to back him up. He beat the system, but I mean, he's somebody that's been beating the system for years and years and years. He's like almost 50, and he's got a rap sheet he loves to brag about. He's got like 50-some felonies and
What?
stuff. Oh yeah.
Oh
Well,
my
And
Lord.
he keeps getting off.
Where is this? What jurisdiction is this?
Pasco.
Oh, so that says a lot. Yeah.
Mostly Pasco, but he has been arrested several times in Clearwater too. Every time he goes to Clearwater, they arrest him. I think they've got like a border set up, and they've got his picture.
What makes the difference if they're not going to prosecute him?
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. And it's like I keep telling my uncle he's got a golden horseshoe wedged up there.
He's gonna have to kill somebody.
Yeah, he's gonna have to kill someone.
Or the state, or the county jury.
Well, that's just wrong. You know that.
Anyone want to take one for the team?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
He
Yeah.
So nothing would work with him right now because he thinks he's
He thinks he's God.